This video is talking about my final major project, sketchbook. This page talks about prop making and shown of the poster I made called weapon sticks. The next page after shows my original idea to make walking stick into weapons so they can be used by anyone that requires access to like walking sticks and have their own design to make them feel more stronger and secure. Here I show an example of what the weapons would look like when using a walking stick that is in the shape of a weapon around my hand. These next couple of pages talk about weapons. First one is swords, and then maces, scythes, and their like gardening techniques and they use bows, which I probably mainly use as just the bow shaft itself, spears and the tautness, hammers and all their different shapes and strongness, axes and their different edges and sides and sharpness. While going over weapons, I look at one of the famous artists' workshop, a company that has made multiple weapons for popular films such as The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, and The Rings of Power, showing mythical but realistic kind of weapons shown in film and as props. Artist after that is John Steers, who is the actual creator of the lightsaber, inspired by George Lucas's idea and used in prop. And he's a famous prop making used in films like Star Wars and all the films to make the actual lightsaber. Warp miniatures make mythical characters on like a tabletop basis game. Their characters are all quite unique in their own way. For example, on that page it shows different creatures, all with their own unique weapons that suit themselves in their environment they would live or the way they would fight. Russell Bobbitt is the prop making master behind all the Marvel weapons shown in film, TV, and in series on Disney Plus. John Zabrinkie is one of the oldest artists I've gone over for prop making, as he was behind the very first Incredible Hulk movie shown all those years ago. Lorenz Heimschild was a German armorer and a member of the Heimschild family, which made armors for all of Augsburg in their unique ways. Hepatitis is the Greek god of blacksmithing and other titles. He is the man behind the Greek weapons that are used by all the Olympic gods, such as Zeus's thunderbolt. Brock and Sindri are Norse mythology blacksmith that have also helped to make quite a lot of god weapons, such as Mjolnir, Thor's weapon, and Odin's staff. Swatton is a American slash British blacksmith that makes weapons and armor for Hollywood. Bell Kane is recorded as the first ever blacksmith ever to get the arts. Page itself just goes over blacksmithing, the tools, and the actual meaning of blacksmiths themselves. On this page, I talk about the Stone Age, since it is recorded as the first time we've ever made weapons. It was back at the Stone Age times. On the next page, I talk about my primary research where I went stick hunting in my hometown Bideford to find sticks that would be quite useful to use as the weapon sticks plan that I've made for my walking sticks. Here is some more primary research where I go into shops to find like toy weapons to see how they're made and what they look like. While doing this project, I decided to have a change of plan from the original idea I had, from making walking stick weapons to just making plain old weapons themselves that could be used in prop making, on stage design, or in film. And these next pages show my final major project actually being made, from scrap to finished weapon designs. On this page, I show the creation of the maces that I made with sponge spikes spray painted into nice metallic silver spikes. Here is some experimentation that I used to make the actual shaft's handle, from leather to fur. Here is some production of the flail and beginning of the axes getting made as well on these pages. On the top left is the flail, and the bottom right is the axes. Here is some experimentation that I did of mud rock, which I used to strengthen up the weapons, and me posing with the two built axes that I made in a warrior way. Here is the started production of the giant warhammer that I made, biggest weapon that I made of the entire selection of weapons I had. Here is some crafting of the warhammer in the top left, and some experimentation with some metallic spray paint to use to make it more of a shine on the weapons. Here is some primary experimentation of me actually spray painting with the metallic spray and making bolts that would go on the side of the hammer. We have on this page a lot of experimentation and production made on the Warhammer, making spikes, the spray painting on the bolts, and just overall changing the color theme to fit it more into a weaponry, more kind of look and realistic. On this page, I'd discovered a slight problem that I'd made with all the weapons. That problem being, I made them too unrealistic, being more bright and shiny instead of more metallic and used over time. On this page shows the final look of the Warhammer that I had made, and two examples of what the weapons would look like on the wall, and also as a sketch. This page shows one of the peer reviews I got from one of my classmates. This page shows the poster that I made earlier on of the weapon sticks, showing 4 people, all from different backgrounds. Here is some sketches I made for the hammer and a different kind of themed kind of weapon, inspired by the popular game Minecraft. This page is a donated art piece given to me of weapons that I could make in the future if I wanted to make more of a fantasy or gothic kind of feel of weapons. Some sketches of how the weapons were going to look on the wall. Some sketches I made of when I was actually making the pieces at the time for the weapons. And on this page shows my final major project proposal slideshow and the reviews people in my class had done over the slideshow itself.